Most men walk through life like sheep, eyes down, voices soft, thoughts borrowed, afraid to stand out, afraid to offend, afraid to think for themselves. But Nietzsche, he believed in building a mind so sharp, so independent, so brutally honest. It would scare people, not because it was cruel, but because it refused to conform, because it refused to kneel. In this video, we break down exactly how to build that kind of mind, the kind that doesn't just think differently, but thinks with such clarity and courage that the average person can't handle it. You ready? Let's build the terrifying mind. Step 1, kill the herd mentality. The first thing Nietzsche hated, the herd, the masses, the blind followers. He saw most people as sleepwalkers, programmed by society, religion, media, and tradition. And he knew, if you think like everyone else, you live like everyone else. So the first step to mental strength is brutal independence. Question everything, even what you believe, especially what you believe. If your thoughts were handed to you by school, by parents, by social norms, it's time to challenge them. Because a strong mind isn't filled with answers, it's fueled by questions. The terrifying mind is the one that others can't predict, can't manipulate, and definitely can't control. You start with one thought, one rebellion, one moment where you stop yourself and ask, why do I believe this? That's the seed. From there, you water it with truth, honesty, and the courage to be wrong. You stop arguing to win, and you start arguing to understand. You don't attach your identity to opinions. You become a machine of inquiry, a mind that people fear because it doesn't just destroy arguments, it destroys illusions. And the modern world, it's full of illusions. Step 2, embrace the will to power. Nietzsche believed in a force inside every man, the will to power, not dominance over others, but mastery over self. It's the drive to overcome weakness, to rise, to evolve. Most people run from discomfort, but a terrifying mind runs toward it. It seeks challenge. It chases growth, because every time you overcome resistance, your mind gets sharper, stronger, more dangerous. Your will gets louder than your fear. And when your will is stronger than your fear, people don't know what to do with you. That's when your mind becomes something they whisper about. And it doesn't stop, because the will to power never rests. It's the fire that wakes you at 5 a.m. It's the voice that says, one more rep. It's the discipline to skip distractions and focus on building. It's delayed gratification on steroids. Every time you act from your will, your self-respect rises. And that builds mental armor. People throw their opinions at you, but they don't stick. You're too focused, too driven. You scare the lazy, you scare the lost, because your clarity is a mirror to their confusion. Step 3, destroy comfort. Worship. Nothing weakens the mind more than comfort. Easy pleasures, cheap entertainment, fast food, fast dopamine. Nietzsche warned that modern man was becoming too soft, too addicted to ease. If you want a mind that terrifies, you have to starve it of comfort and feed it with discipline. Wake early, read daily, train your body, guard your time. Turn your mind into a weapon, not a sponge. The terrifying mind is one that doesn't need external motivation. It's built in, it's habitual, and it's unstoppable. Comfort makes you predictable, and predictability is weakness. It's what makes your mind easy to control. Strong minds are forged in struggle, not leisure. You want to become terrifying? Start by saying no. No to the snooze button. No to cheap validation. No to the easy way out. Every no sharpens the blade. Every refusal makes you less reliant on the world and more reliant on yourself. That's power. That's fearsome. Step 4. Say what others won't. Nietzsche's words were fire. He didn't write to be liked. He wrote to speak truth, even when it burned. A terrifying mind doesn't seek approval. It seeks truth. That means saying things that others are too scared to say, calling out lies, breaking social scripts, speaking with clarity when others hide behind vagueness. If your words never make people uncomfortable, you're not thinking deeply enough. The man with a terrifying mind speaks like a blade cuts, clean, sharp, undeniable. People love vague language. It protects them from accountability. You cut through it. You say what needs to be said. You make people uncomfortable, not to offend, but to awaken, to challenge, to slap the sleep out of their eyes. And yes, some will hate you for it, but others, they'll respect you. They'll follow you, because deep down, we all crave truth. Most just don't have the spine to face it. Step 5. Laugh at offense. Here's a secret. The strong mind doesn't get offended easily, and it doesn't walk on eggshells either. Nietzsche understood that offense is often the reaction of a weak ego. The stronger your mind, the less triggered you get, and the more dangerous you become, because you're not emotionally manipulated. You don't flinch when someone disagrees, you laugh, you stay grounded, and that terrifies people who are used to fragile minds. Most people are landmines, one wrong step and boom. But the terrifying mind? It's a mountain, unmoved by chaos. Weak people make everything personal. Strong minds see past the insult. They ask, is it true? If yes, they improve. If no, they move on. No tantrum, no drama. That's what makes you terrifying. You're unshakable. You don't react, you respond. And when people can't predict your emotions, they fear you. Because emotional control, that's ultimate dominance. Step 6. Turn pain into power. Life will hurt you. Nietzsche knew that. And he didn't tell you to avoid pain. He told you to become worthy of it. He believed suffering could be fuel, that the man who learns from his pain becomes indestructible. A terrifying mind doesn't collapse when things go dark. It adapts. It studies the pain. It grows from it. So if you've suffered, good. Use it. Turn it into strength that others can't comprehend. Because most people break. But you bend, and then snap back sharper. Trauma can either be a prison or a forge. Most people let it chain them. You use it to sculpt yourself. You dissect it, analyze it, ask what it taught you. And then you become the man who walks through hell with a grin. People see the scars, and they flinch. You see them and smile, because you know every one of them gave you more leverage, more wisdom, more mental muscle. Step 7. Cut out shallow thinking. Most people talk, very few think. Nietzsche called out shallow thinkers, the ones repeating slogans, chasing trends, addicted to surface-level stimulation. To build a terrifying mind, you need depth. Read real books, sit in silence, think without distraction, get bored and go deeper. Learn to love solitude, because in silence, the real thoughts emerge. And those thoughts are dangerous in a world full of noise. A terrifying mind doesn't echo, it originates. The world is addicted to stimulation. TikToks, memes, outrage. Most minds are on autopilot. You detach, you slow down, you reflect. While others scroll, you study. While others react, you plan. You train your brain like an athlete trains his body. And the result? Mental precision. You think 10 moves ahead, and that makes you unpredictable, dangerous, terrifying. Step 8. Build inner hierarchy. Nietzsche didn't believe all thoughts were equal. He believed in an inner hierarchy, where some thoughts are kings and others are slaves. A strong mind can separate impulses from insight. It doesn't let every emotion rule. It listens to instinct, but it bows to logic. Most people are ruled by their feelings. But the terrifying mind knows how to lead itself, and a man who can lead his own mind becomes a leader of worlds. Emotions aren't enemies. They're signals, but you don't worship them. You weigh them. You let logic sit on the throne. That hierarchy turns chaos into order. It turns noise into clarity. Most people are puppets to their moods. But you have an inner general, a commander. You make decisions based on truth, not tremors. And that scares people, because they can't sway you. They can't guilt you. You're grounded, rational, lethal. Step 9. Embrace the outsider role. If you build a strong mind, you will feel isolated. That's part of the price. Nietzsche spent most of his life misunderstood, even mocked. But he wore it like armor, because being an outsider meant he was thinking on a different level. If you want to fit in, you'll never rise above. But if you can embrace the loneliness of leadership, your mind will terrify and inspire those still trapped in the herd. The terrifying mind is never popular. It's powerful. The herd loves comfort, conformity, consensus. You love truth, power, depth. So yes, you'll lose friends. You'll get called names, but you'll gain something far greater: freedom. You'll become the man who doesn't beg for belonging, the man who can stand alone. And in a world addicted to validation, that's terrifying. Step 10. Live with eternal recurrence. Nietzsche posed a terrifying question. If you had to live this exact life over and over forever, would you be proud of it? That's called eternal recurrence. It's a mental test. It forces you to live deliberately. If you want a mind that terrifies people, live a life so powerful you'd gladly live it again. No regrets, no dead time, no mediocrity, just clarity, intensity, and legacy. Build a life you wouldn't change, and a mind that doesn't flinch. It's not about perfection. It's about power. Living each day with full awareness, with full intent. Every action, every habit, every thought, owned, claimed, repeated with pride. That's how you build a legacy. That's how you build a mind that echoes through time. Nietzsche didn't want clones. He wanted creators, builders, monsters of meaning. Bonus: master long-term thinking. Short-term pleasure is the enemy. Nietzsche's terrifying mind played the long game. Delay gratification, outlast trends, build systems that compound over time. While others panic, you plan. While others scroll, you study. You think in decades, not days, and that makes you a monster in a world of mice. Bonus: fuse philosophy and action. Nietzsche wasn't just a thinker. He was a warrior of the soul. Philosophy isn't just ideas. It's armor. It's action. It's a way to turn thought into force. Study the greats. Live your values. Think deep. Move fast. Become the philosopher warrior, a man who contemplates the void and then punches through it. Now you know the formula. 10 pillars, 2 advanced layers. That's how you build a mind so strong, so clear, so disciplined. It terrifies the modern world. Nietzsche didn't want followers. He wanted fire starters, rebels, free spirits, builders of inner empires. If you're ready to be that man, subscribe to Valoric, like the video, and drop a comment telling us how you're building your terrifying mind.